Okay, so this is another video that people wanted me to review in regards to attacking AI. So we're gonna check it out. I guess it's in relation to Pez is attacking AI. Because to be honest, when I played Pez as much as I did during the time, it was actually a fun game to play because like passing play movement was actually rewarded and the finishing was also rewarded as well. So I want to see what the video is about. It's FIFA 19 broken AI, how FIFA 19's attacking AI prevents good gameplay. So we're gonna check it out right now.
Hey everybody, FIFA 19 is a really robotic game when you have the ball, partially because the passing is so assisted that there's no thinking behind it, and partially because of the
Yeah,
let's
see, like this is the type of this like very simple Pez stuff that I like, right? Like
hey everybody, FIFA 19 is
because I think you could see the opponent's cursor in this game as well. I could be mistaken, but the fullback area is easy to exploit, I guess, if the person is not using him. But the finish is so simple because it just makes sense, right? You transition to the inside, you do a finesse shot, you score it, right? That's why I like. That's why when the game first came out, I actually enjoyed playing it for what
a
it
really
was,
robotic game when you have the ball, partially because the passing is so assisted that there's no
right? Like that movement, it's like okay, he takes this transitioning touch on the inside and scores
thinking
it,
behind it, and partially
and
because
I
of
like that a
the
lot.
let's say not great attacking AI movement. The AI doesn't behave like football AI should, so as a result, you
Exploits the space at the bottom right there, exploits the space in the
never
middle.
end up having the options that you should have. So let's take a look at Pez here for examples of really good footballing AI, and I hope we see this in FIFA one day. So let's take a look at this first play here. Keep an eye on Rakitic. This is not something that happens in FIFA. So he passes the ball, and he, on his own, based on my tactics, continues on a run, runs into Suarez, changes his run, and now realizes that this defender is going to push up on Suarez and create a gap. So as a result, Rakitic is going to try to go into that gap. But another thing happens, he realizes I'm changing direction. I'm going to be the one cutting inside, going through on goal. So he actually runs over here to support me. Look at how many times
Ah, yeah, no, he's right. Because when he transitions into the middle, his player realizes that he transitions into the middle, starts to go out wide. Yeah,
he changed
because Messi's going to occupy that space, so it doesn't make sense for Rakitic to occupy that space.
his run. That just doesn't happen in FIFA. In FIFA 19, when players do a run, they kind of get stuck on it. And sometimes it's not even a great run. So in this next play, it might look like a typical FIFA move, but let's analyze it a little bit closer. It's pretty different. Slow it down. Okay, so we got Messi here. Actually, we got Messi here. So Suarez sees this gap here between two defenders. This guy's out of position as well. It's all good for us here. He actually runs into this gap because he realizes there's space to exploit here. But in FIFA, you would see him run like this, so in a straight line. Or if he's sent to go wide or whatever the instruction is, he goes like this. In here, he will actually try to curve his run to fit into this slot and then go straight. So he's already changing direction there, and now he's going to try to do it again here as he straightens his body to go for the straight sprint. But what ends up happening is I mess up my pass, and he's watching. So he sees that, and my pass is going over here, so now there's enough time for him to react. However, I don't get the pass off. So let's take a look at that one more time. What ends up happening is he sees the space, wants to exploit it. Instead of just blindly running wide or straight, he curved his run there a little bit. And then he's trying to straighten himself out here as well in just a moment.
Yeah, it still also doesn't deserve for it to go through, so it's good that his player got it too.
But then he realizes my
In this situation, the players are too far, players are being covered. He probably should make like a little Y pass right here to Rakitic. And then from Rakitic, because Vidal is exploiting the space over here, you could probably do like a Y pass right away.
passes off, and then I was able to change direction there. Again, just great attacking play. This is the type of diversity you expect to see from your attackers.
Hi, Laura. Thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate it, dude.
In this next clip, it's Vidal on the ball, and he's about to pass it off. And it's interesting here because I pass it off with Messi, right? And so let's slow it down right away. Messi here, he has not looked back. He doesn't see Roberto, so he's going to try to run into the space because obviously that's what makes sense. But I want to pass to Roberto. So what ends up happening now is this guy gets closed down by 3 people, which is a huge mistake, frees up Messi, but I still want to pass to the wing. And by the way, I'm playing against regular AI on Pez, which is kind of the default for I guess, average or noobish players. So the defensive AI in this is not great, but we're here to highlight the attacking movement anyway. So I pass it wide to Roberto. Messi stops. He realizes the pass isn't for him, and now he stutters back. He does a little stutter step kind of to give more space. If he just kind of stood still there, it's not as good of a position as if he took a step back. Players do.
You know what's funny is that Messi actually does that a lot in real life, where he just lets the ball pass him, starts walking, and then just gets into the space. This is a very realistic mechanic right here. Very realistic. He does this very often in real life.
This in real life all the time. Let's take a look at this.
He does.
So first things first,
I will agree
Messi
to that.
realizes he is not.
Look, you see how he stops? He literally, and that's so funny to look at that because he actually does that in real life. He will stop and stay in the position because he's so smart, and he just stays in that position and has the opening.
He stops. He takes a step back to open up his body, open up his angles. Now he can cross, he can pass, he can do a bunch of different things.
Yeah, that's a really realistic thing.
The defender here, bad defending, but you do see that in real life as well. And in, real life, in online play from real opponents, he's kind of sprinting in the wrong direction. But Suarez realizes this and peels off. You very rarely see this in FIFA. It is possible, but it's not common. Whereas in real life, strikers are constantly trying to generate movement and space in the box.
Because in FIFA they stay there, but he's peeling off into the extra space behind him.
But he peels off, and now I can pass to him, which is amazing. Now, the AI here should be closing these guys down a lot quicker, but again, I'm playing on the basic AI, so you can ignore that. In real life, they would get closed down a lot quicker, but you can see how dynamic their movements are. Anyway, I mess up the pass here, so it doesn't really matter too much. Now, in this next play, there's a lot going on. I'm going to play it once regular speed, and then we'll analyze it. So this might look like a pretty
overcommitment there by the defender, so that's against the default AI.
Pretty standard play or me making a mistake, but let's take a look at what actually ends up happening. So one thing to point out here, I guess, is that all of this AI movement that you're seeing is done because of my tactics, not because I'm triggering 83 different mechanics. That's one of the key differences between FIFA and PES. FIFA gives you a bunch of different mechanics. Some of them are not executed as well as they should be. PES gives you less mechanics, but they're more fine-tuned. So anyway, we got Busquets up here. Wait, no.
Suarez.
What am I saying? Busquets is back here. We got Suarez here passing it off to Vidal. And Suarez is now going to keep running on his own. I didn't do that. And now Vidal's going to keep running on his own because there's a bunch of space here. What's interesting, though, is these guys are going to clash, and because they're trying to exploit the same space, and Vidal is not necessarily looking at Suarez, so he doesn't necessarily know where Suarez is by default. But let's see what ends up happening. So one thing I want to highlight, so Suarez was running here, runs into Coutinho, changes his run a little bit. Vidal is still running here, doesn't see Suarez still, but look at Messi. If I was playing for reals, I would pass to Messi here, but he is about to be offside if he
or pass it into the middle and then a first time pass upwards.
Keeps running, so what does he do? He checks his run. Look at that. He stutter steps.
Oh, he checks his run. Yeah, he's right. He does check his run. They don't check their run often in FIFA. Very often they actually go offside. He's definitely right in this because he's checking his run right here. If you make this pass to the bottom and then make that pass to the side, he's through. He's right in that.
Now we got these boys here running into each other. Vidal has not been looking around properly, so he still is not fully aware of Suarez. Suarez is now aware of Vidal, so Suarez is actually going to move behind Vidal to give you another attacking opportunity, to give you another option in attack. Messi here is still checking his run. He's checking it for as long as he possibly.
Yeah, see, and you could still make the Y pass, and he's telling him, I'm going to use this space right here, but he's still checking his run. He's right in that. Very often in FIFA, they just continue to run, and then you no longer have that space to work with because they're not checking their run. But in PES, yes, he's right. He is checking his run here.
And then we got Coutinho over here.
He can make a Y pass here, or he can wait for this transitioning run with Coutinho and then make the Y pass in the middle over here.
Space, bad defending by the regular AI, doesn't matter. So I could pass to Messi here if I was playing for reals, but anyway, I just want to illustrate the movement here. Suarez is giving us another option. Messi here. He waits until the last possible moment. Good on him for giving us that option. And now we got Coutinho.
Now he starts to transition inside.
Messi has realized something. This guy's keeping everyone onside, which is stupid. Again, bad defensive AI on the default difficulty. But Messi is now realizing so much space here he can cut across. Vidal is
Vidal's
realizing
doing
there's
the
so
same
much space
thing over
here. I
here
better run
too.
into it.
Suarez is doing the same
Suarez
thing.
is realizing there's so much space here. I better run into it. And then Rakitic is like, I'm a midfielder, so I'm going to give you another passing option.
Yeah.
And everyone's just kind of moving.
And
as
you can make a
unit
Y pass right here.
It's
Y pass into this little space. Vidal, easy finish.
fantastic. Now I get a lucky bounce here, and we end up scoring the goal in just a second. Hey, bounces happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think let's move on to the last highlight I want to show off here. So, by the way, all of this was from 2 matches of PES. 2 matches is all it takes to see the difference. This might not look remarkable in any capacity, but once again, I want to highlight that the movement is all organic based on my tactics. It is not based on me
kind of makes me want to play PES now.
triggering 87 different runs with 14 different players, although of course you can do that.
I think PES's problem is PES's problem is that the natural feel of the controller, and this is why I keep saying like good gameplay in FIFA is addictive, because the natural feel of the game is very, very nice. PES's natural feel is very awkward. It's very, very awkward. Like the way, like, you know, when you're playing a video game, right? The way that your players feel in PES, like on screen it looks awesome, but in the game it's very, very awkward. It doesn't feel very natural. That was my big thing with PES, right? But I did enjoy the game for what it was when I did play it.
And PES as well.
But I do realize is these defensive
so
AIs, or these AIs making these types of runs. And
here he passes and realizes there's a bunch of space here, and based on my tactics, he should run into it. So he starts running, AI fails, because again, default difficulty. So he keeps running here. We got Messi now. He realized he was out too wide and is not helping my play.
Awkward if you're a FIFA player. No, it doesn't matter though, man. When you listen, it's not like I'm not giving that opinion in the sense of I'm a FIFA player, because I played like 100 games of PES. And even after 100 games, I still felt the exact same way. I was like, the feel of the game is awkward. But in bad gameplay in FIFA, it's also awkward as well. That's why good gameplay is really nice, because the general feel of the game, dribbling, the control, like you can feel like you're one with the game because it feels so natural. But PES's feel is like different. The way that passes are released, the dribbling, it doesn't feel natural to the controller, is what I'm saying.
Nera and Tiki Taka. So he actually comes inside. And look at how narrow now he is. This is exactly how I want my tactics, especially because I'm playing against Lazio, who went wide in this match, so I wanted to go narrow. And now he dropped off. He didn't necessarily keep running because it would be a pointless run at some point, but he is giving us some space here. He is giving us a passing opportunity. And of course, you have Coutinho running over here as well. Messi has a shot off. I can't score it, but look at that movement. Look at that attacking intelligence. He realized he wasn't being useful up there, so he came inside. Suarez kind of took his spot, so Messi didn't keep running, and he gave us an opportunity here with some bad defense.
I like the way the midfielders react to this, because he can make a lob pass to the side right here, first time, to Coutinho. But I like the way that Vidal and Rakitic are positioning themselves.
For a shot or a pass or whatever. This is the kind of football intelligence that you would expect to see from a football video game. Unfortunately, FIFA 19 is not built this way. My only hope is that FIFA 20 will be like this. This is the type of attacking AI we need, because a lot of people complain about drop back and 4-2-3-1 being OP. It's only OP because you don't have the tools to combat it. In theory, you have the tools. You have 80,000 different game mechanics that PES doesn't have, but these mechanics are tuned in a way that doesn't really...
I just like that. I just like how he stops. He doesn't stay in the side over here. Like, because every time in FIFA, right, if you're playing like a wide formation, I do like this a lot, because when you pass the ball to the fullback, you always got to pass it like in this general area right here, because there's never that extra person chilling over here when you make that pass to the fullback, because they keep staying here instead of transitioning backwards to give them that space. This is, I really like this mechanic from PES, because this is a very realistic thing. Messi does this so often in real life, where he lets the ball pass him and then he transitions backwards and then gets the ball afterwards. Like that's a really cool mechanic. He does that very, very often in real life.
Help you. It helps a more casual player, not the type of person that will be sitting here watching this video. So my hope is that the attacking AI gets improved in FIFA 20, because it just leads to more fun when you have the ball and more dynamic options, and it just forces you to think clearly. You might argue that the AI is doing all of the work for you. It's really not, because the AI is just moving how it's supposed to move its football. It's up to you to execute on it. Anyway, I am Dr. Poplove. You can check me out on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, whatever. It doesn't matter. If you want to see more FIFA videos and analyses like these and gameplay tips, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you soon.
That was a good video. I like that video a lot.
Hey everybody,
it's
FIFA
trying to dissect the attacking runs being made. That was a good video as well.